Hey guys, it is Vicky back with another recipe. This is a dessert recipe that involves a puff pastry, blueberries, caramelized apples, and it's going to be delicious. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our thawed out puff pastry and we're going to roll it out a little bit. You want your puff pastry to get to be about the size of a 9-inch lid, frying pan lid, which mine is. You're going to put your lid on your puff pastry. Your lid on your puff pastry, you're going to cut around the edge. And we are going to remove the excess. We're going to take a smaller lid. We're going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger. Okay, so once you have it rolled out, you have your lid in the middle, give or take. You're going to make slits in the pastry all the way around. If you notice, I'm not going all the way up because we're going to line around the edge here. We're going to align the blueberries. So you don't want the slits to be all the way to the lid. Okay, so once you have your pastry cut, little strips, you're going to take about 1.5 cups or so of blueberries, fresh blueberries, wash them in water, let them drain, and you're going to add 2 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. All right, so 2 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. And we're going to add that right into the blueberries. And we are going to mix. Cover those all up. We're going to take the blueberries, covered with the condensed milk, and layer them around the edge of this lid. Once you have this done, you're going to take the edges that you cut and you're going to layer it over the blueberries. All right, on to the next part. Just going to slide that right on there. You're going to take 4 tablespoons of sour cream, add it to a bowl. You're going to add 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. Going to add 2 eggs. And you're going to whisk until smooth. And we're going to set this aside. Next, we're going to peel and core apples. I'm using green apples. You know me, I'm sure there's a paring knife in some world, but it's not in my kitchen. I got the 2 knives. Maybe one day I will have other knives. After these are peeled, we're going to be sauteing this in butter. with some honey and some cinnamon, some orange zest. All right, we're going to slice them thin. For my size pastry, I'm probably going to do 2 apples. Probably won't need the whole second one, but definitely need more than just one. It's a good day. Haven't cut myself yet. In the saucepan, we are going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Our butter is getting melted. We're going to go ahead and add in the apples. We are going to saute the apples for a little bit, and then we'll be adding in the honey and the cinnamon. I have to say that this recipe initially looked easy. They said 10 minutes in the video I watched, and I watched and I thought, well, that looks a little longer than 10 minutes, and it looked a little intimidating, but so far it's pretty easy. It's definitely a little bit more than 10 minutes, but if it's as yummy as I think it's going to be, then it's worth it. And I'm cooking these on about medium heat. I may turn that down after they're done a little bit more before I add the honey and the cinnamon. But right now they're on medium. And you do need to preheat your oven to 360 degrees Fahrenheit, which you can go ahead and do now if you're baking along with me. I hope you're baking along. Also, the recipe that I saw, everything was in grams. Again, I don't really do grams, so I had to do all the conversions. So the conversion from gram to ounces or to tablespoons will be in the description below so that you don't have to do that. The apples are nice and getting soft. Remember, this is also going to bake in the oven. So we're going to go ahead and add in the honey and cinnamon. Got the Bear honey, Bear. It calls for about 2 tablespoons of honey. Some cinnamon. And we are going to cover the apples in that. We are also going to add in the zest of an orange. So we have some orange zest. We're going to mix again. It smells delicious. That is so good. The orange, that brings it out. Okay. We're going to now take this back over to our puff pastry. So we have our sour cream, sugar, and egg mixture right here. We're going to add the apples to that. Just going to mix gently to cover the apples.
And now you're just going to spoon the apple mixture evenly across the top of the puff pastry. There we go. Now you're going to take 1 egg and lightly beat the egg for an egg wash. Using a pastry brush, you're going to egg wash the entire crust of the tart. I'm calling it a tart. Be generous, that's what's going to help your crust brown up. And there we have it. It's gorgeous. And it's ready to go into the oven. See you in 45 minutes.
Okay, we are out of the oven after 45 minutes and it looks pretty good. I'm going to dust it with a little bit of powdered sugar and we will cut ourselves a piece. By the way, there's literally powdered sugar everywhere. This will be great for a holiday party. I don't know, to be nice to your husband or your wife. It's a cute little tart, so to speak. You know, to make it festive, you could add a little bit of mint right in here. And you could take that to your Christmas party. Again, it was definitely more than the 10 minutes. I'll include the video.
The family's favorite recipe, puff pastry dessert in just 10 minutes.
That I first initially saw. It was more than 10 minutes, but I feel like if you like to bake, if you like to make foods for people, it was not a hard recipe at all. And let's go ahead and give it a taste. Now, again, you know me, I don't really like sugar, and this would definitely be very sweet. This will be mainly for my husband, but I will go ahead and give it a taste. Looks nice. Well, there we have it. All right, so let's see. That is really, really good. That is through the roof good. The orange, if you make this, do not leave out the orange zest. It needs to be in there. Let's try the blueberry crust. Oh my goodness. The blueberries, the apples, the orange, it just all explodes in your mouth. So again, and give it a try. It'd be great for a holiday party. All right, guys. Again, this is Vicki. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and finish eating this pie and not tell anybody. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate all of you so very much. And I will see you on the next What's for Dinner. Have a great night, guys.